I'll just do a couple takes of things. In short, my biggest collection note is that I started from a place of failure and I wanted to see if I could succeed. Could I just say I'm Brandon Maxwell? I'm Brandon Maxwell, and these are my Fall/Winter 25 collection notes. I wanted to revisit the Fall/Winter 2017 show, which for me, I've said publicly, and everybody who knows me knows that I think in my career was my biggest failure for myself. Although commercially successful, I felt that I expressed a lot of the rage, anxiety, feelings that I was feeling in a very literal way and very dark way. And so revisiting that show was the starting point for the Fall/Winter 25 show for me. And so a lot of the leather pieces from that collection were starting points for the Fall/Winter collection. At that time, I did very sort of short, tight, and severe. I was really interested in doing something that felt looser, easier, more tailored this time around. We started with a great double-lapel leather jacket, which up until the styling was on every single look. It's my favorite item. I just wanted to create that forever Brandon Maxwell leather jacket. One thing I've tried to infuse in the collections more recently is like more sense of my personal taste and who I am and not just what I think people want me to make. My house and home is very heavily plaid. I'm very into home, and it's something I wanted to put into the collection because as I looked around the space that I live in, it's clearly something that I love. I also was really so into many different types of prints, stripes, plaid, blurred leopards, fur on gazar, sort of all living together. Another collection I revisited was the Fall/Winter 2020 collection, the last collection I did right before the pandemic. Very heavy on menswear. It had menswear in the show. Very heavy on plaids and sort of layering and those American sportswear elements. I revisited that as well. So I would say this collection also is very heavy on those menswear pieces, the striped shirt, the Prince of Wales jackets, the sort of 80s menswear that I loved. Really heavy on prints, but I didn't want to be literal with the prints. We wanted them a bit blurred. One of my favorite prints in the collection is this really beautiful printed fur on a gazar. Gazar is something I use so heavily in my first couple collections, and I really wanted to see how I could sort of revisit that in a way that didn't feel so evening, that felt a little bit more current for me, and a little bit wild. That's probably my favorite thing in the collection. I think it's like look number 3. I loved it with the tech track pant and this really bouncy movement. One thing that makes this collection different for me is that it's not just about a look. It's the first collection that I ever did not see a full look until we started styling in the days leading up to the show. I always designed from a full head to toe look and fit it that way for the months leading up. We really started with items. I wanted the best sweater, the best jacket, just a great pair of pants. I wanted each piece to feel expressive and individualistic and very emotional. So for years, I mean decades, I've worked with Marla Weinhoff, who is a great creative and set designer, and she always comes in the morning with all these different tool belts on and always has stuff in it. And she always looks so chic and put together, like building something. She's someone I reference a lot in my mind as just a woman I love and a woman who I think represents my taste and the brand. The belts that were in the collection are a great homage to Marla. I was just thinking about what could I add from an accessories point of view that would be useful and true. And I just loved these nylon and leather belts that really you could just like put everything in, that you could put under a great jacket and just felt like another layer. In the most recent collection before this, our pre-collection, we'd introduced macaroon buttons. They were gold and silver and very sort of puffy. And we had them all over a jacket when we started, a puffer jacket as this decorations, but the women in the office sort of kept putting them up to their ears and wanting all of these cuffs, and those ultimately became the jewelry. And I think it was really about that, again, layering in a way that felt easy and modern and expressive. It was really important, not only to me, but also to my team that I work with, to make clothes that women can wear in many different parts of their lives. And that was really, above all else, the focus of the Fall/Winter 2025 collection. We really crafted it with a focus on being able to be a part of everyone's day. And we really hope that you love it and that you do wear it for many years to come outside of this season. That, at the end of the day, is why I started Brandon Maxwell. I wanted to make clothes that women could wear not just for a time, but forever. And I hope that you will feel that in this collection. And there's more to come. So now I have to go and make another one.